Liquidated damages versus penalty, the unenforceable threat. Let's dive right into this explainer because we are about to expose a massive legal blind spot, one that is literally costing companies millions.
Picture this. A furious buyer tries to slap a staggering one-core fine on a vendor for delivering machinery late. You'd think they'd win, right? Well, a judge practically laughed them out of court and threw the whole case in the trash.
So, why did the buyer walk away with absolutely zero? It all came down to a single, fatal drafting error. They wrote the word penalty instead of liquidated damages in the vendor contract. Yeah, just one wrong word ruined the whole shebang. Okay, let's break this down in simple terms. Liquidated damages, or LD, is basically a fair, mathematically calculated estimate of the actual cash your company loses when a delay happens. And because it's rooted in real math, courts see it as strictly legally binding. On the flip side, we have a penalty. This is a ridiculously high, arbitrary fine designed purely to punish and, let's be honest, terrify the vendor. But here's the kicker. Corporate law considers penalties completely void. A judge will literally just ignore it.
Think about returning a library book late. A 5 rupee daily fee? That's a reasonable liquidated damage to replace the book over time. You just have to pay it. But imagine if the library tried to seize your car for a one-day delay. That's a massive, disproportionate penalty that no court would ever allow. The threat is just completely useless.
Let's bring this into a real workplace scenario. Say Ria at XYZ Limited mathematically calculates a 10,000 rupee daily factory loss for a delayed machine. The courts will absolutely enforce that. But if she demands 50 lakh just to scare the vendor into delivering on time, the judge is going to strike that down entirely and XYZ is left with zero compensation. Ouch.
Beginners constantly mix these two up, but the golden rule is actually super simple. Liquidated damages legally recover the actual cash you lost. Penalties, they are just illegal punishments that courts will completely ignore. Now, moving past the actual contract drafting, let's look at this through the auditor's eye. The ultimate red flag for internal fraud is something investigators call LD waiver leakage. You see, smart auditors don't just check the paperwork. They are hunting for corrupt buyers. These are the folks who wait for a vendor to delay, say 20 days, and then quietly override the ERP system's automatic fee deduction. They waive the late fee entirely, just to illegally pay out their favorite vendor's full invoice amount. It's a classic scam. So, to recap this absolutely crucial distinction, liquidated damages are there to legally recover your actual mathematical loss. Penalties, they're just useless, unenforceable threats that belong nowhere near your contracts. Which really makes you wonder, are your contracts actually protecting you? And honestly, more importantly, is your company secretly leaking cash to fake suppliers? Well, we'll dive into exactly how to find out in our next explainer.